Hi everyone, welcome to Podsola. This is episode 3, if I remember correctly. Today our guest is Electric Wind Girlfriend, otherwise known as Clodsire Girl, otherwise known as PowerPoint Girl.
Hello, thank you
And
so much for having me. I'm very excited.
I will find you for insulting Silvally.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. Savali's mid.
I don't get why people like Silvally.
what do you mean? It's amazing.
Silvally is currently the current kill leader in Lulu's draft right now.
Yeah,
And
because
guess
everyone
who's
in this
using
voice,
Silvally?
because everyone
You?
in this chat
It's
knows
you,
who
but-
Lulu is.
Like, it's good in draft, but I don't know. It just kind of sucks ass.
It's just a whole lot of nothing about it.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's the third. It's like the third or second best mon in not Scarlet and Violet, in Sword and Shield NU.
Oh boy.
Welcome
That-
back to another
that's
episode
an
of Silver
accomplishment.
Defense of Shit, man. Also, Plumber, you're gonna have to censor that. Not even like a minute into the recording, and we already have a swear.
A
Let's go.
minute.
I haven't even been
Huge.
recording for 5 minutes yet. Oh my god.
Same here.
So, today we are starting by talking about Terrakion in GSCOU as last time.
Let's go.
Talking about, in like episode 1, talking about Terrakion in RBYOU made...
Episode 5's gonna be Advance OU, so look forward
Actually,
to
I'm
that.
curious. I'm gonna run some calcs with Terrakion and GSC real quick.
Beat the brakes off of everything. It just wouldn't be
By-
close.
By episode
thing is,
11,
hey-
we'll finally be talking about Terrakion in Scarlet and Violet OU and how it's completely outclassed.
Yeah, episode 5 is gonna be Advance OU. Episode 7's gonna be how Terrakion fares in the DPP Uber's lead game.
Terrakion in advance
We
would
love
be
the
like,
DPP Uber
oh.
No, stop it. That's an episode 5
Oh,
thing. Shut
okay. Terrakion in GSC OU. Huh?
We don't wanna talk about Terrakion and ADV right now. We're gonna keep that for episode
Yeah.
5.
We're talking about GSC, where it
Talking
would
about GSC.
obliterate literally everything because it is fighting Rock Stab, which obliterates Snorlax and Zapdos, and then it doesn't learn Earthquake, which is definitely unfortunate. Wait, no, it does,
It
right?
We
does.
need to
Am I
keep in
stupid?
mind. We need
Okay,
to keep
but
in
hold
mind.
on.
It would not have close combat
Yeah, it
because that's a
Okay,
Gen
but-
4 move.
Okay, but it would, like, even if we say it doesn't have Cross Chop, I still think it obliterates everything. Because, like, does it get... I mean, are we assuming that, like, it gets replaced with the equivalent of its gen or not? Because if not, then we could make an argument that it's not going to be
I
broken.
don't know. I don't see this no armed thing using cross chop. If a Heracross can't cross a chop,
Hold on,
I don't
hold on.
think Terrakion
Let me see what
can
Pokemon get
cross
cross
What gen-
chop.
What gen was Reversal introduced in?
Let me look on Bulbapedia real quick. What Pokemon get
Even
cross
HP
chop?
fighting would be strong enough, I think. Because,
Honestly,
I mean, like,
well,
what?
okay, but like,
HP fighting is
129.
like alright. The
Okay,
issue is
if
that it lowers your
Psyduck gets-
HP DV.
yeah,
If
HP fighting
Psyduck
lowers
gets
Yeah.
cross chop, then so can Terrakion.
but then it gets Stone Edge, and it just beats the brakes off of everything anyways. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's taking on, like, Stab, Stone Edge from Terrakion.
And I think the big thing with Terrakion is its base speed. Like, hardly anything outspeeds that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, stupid fast.
It's really fast, especially for GSC centers. Like, what? Apart from like Starmie, what even is in the game that outspeeds that? And threatens it?
Hey, Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is decent. I am like the #1 Aerodactyl believer in OU.
Aerodactyl in GSC.
Are you serious? Aerodactyl's not that good. I think Aerodactyl's complete dog shit. Like, I mean, it can do some...
Oh, that's
We have to
another-
censor
Plumber-
that.
Plumber, you gotta
Another-
censor that.
Another sense.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing with Aerodactyl is I think the sample set for an OU is completely worthless. Like, what is that? I like using Aerodactyl as like a more offensive Skarmory in a way because it has a ground immunity, it has a normal resistance, and it can any Snorlax that wants to switch out versus it or whatever switches out. If they switch out into Raikou or Zapdos, you can hit it on the switch with Stab HP Rock or Earthquake. It's not amazing, but like, and you can also run it as a phaser too. It's a really nasty phaser. because a lot wants to switch out
Yeah.
versus it. But yeah,
Oh yeah, Terrakion would have to run Terra fighting, fighting hidden power, wouldn't it?
It would,
Yeah, it
but
would.
like that chunks so many DVs.
It still deals.
yeah, it takes a
the
lot
ton
of
damage,
your
though,
HP DV.
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
There's a
but I
reason
think it's
why,
still...
because Heracross doesn't even run HP fighting in GSC.
Yeah, you'd have
it just
to-
runs. It runs a mono attacking set with Mega Horn.
You have to drop 12 HP DVs. That's like so bad, and you also have to drop attack for some reason.
Like
You have to
I'm pretty
drop down and give me
sure
20.
dropping that 12 DVs reduces your HP by 7%.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like you go from. Hold on.
Oh wait, wouldn't Cloister be a problem for Terrakion as well?
It won't let.
Hold on, I have.
I don't know that. Maybe.
Let me pull that up. Because
Honestly, it
Terrakion
resists.
doesn't actually 2-hit KO Zapdos with Rock Slide.
Yeah, it does.
What?
What?
No, I have it pulled up. I have the 129 base attack with Rock Slide. It does 38
make it
minimum,
stab?
44 maximum.
You make it stab.
Yeah, it's. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't.
That's what
I
it is.
just put in Machamp and modified the stats. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
because
good
I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, it should be doing like, what is it? 57 to 67. So like, it should be 2 KOing, but it takes. Well, that's.
Now, if it had Cross Chop, it would 2-hit KO Cloister, but if it didn't have Cross Chop, it wouldn't.
I see.
So, run Spike support, kids.
Oh boy.
And if it was,
well, I mean, that's kind
if you
of
were
kind of
running
like
Spike support, it's not even a guarantee. Yeah, it's not even guaranteed to hit KO and Cloister with spikes.
Okay, since we're
Spike
starting,
support is kind of like a
even-
guarantee in GSCOU though, isn't it?
starting for something to talk about. Talking about spikes.
What's that segue into?
I
I don't know what we're going into here.
What,
Yeah, in case you
advanced
couldn't tell,
OU?
we didn't have this episode very planned. We don't have any topics.
Yeah, no. This was a very bad podcast. So, talking about spikes, since Silver wanted to talk about old gens, how's the hazard situation in like old gens?
So how about those
I think
airline foods?
I think the hazard situation in old gens is actually pretty good. I'm not like a super big black and white player, but I can speak for gens 2, 3, and 4. For Gen 2, like there's only spikes and you can only get one layer up. So if like that one layer, because games go on for a long time, a lot of the time.
Mhm.
So
Stall gen.
that extra bit of chip over a like super prolonged game can really make a difference. So even though it seems pretty small, people run rapid spinners, aka Starmie or Golem
yeah.
or Fortress.
The GSC, the GSC OU ladder is a bigger commitment than marriage.
But yeah, it's super dead all the time, especially
Yeah,
at
it
night.
is no one going.
Unfortunately.
But
wish-
it's hard to grind the ladder when no one else wants to grind the ladder.
I mean, why would you willingly put yourself through that?
because
Because
I
it's
mean,
fun.
many people think it's offensive, but like even if that misconception was completely eradicated, it's still games still take a long ass time. Like even if
Yeah.
it is offense.
Yeah, it's a really long tier. Like I'll ladder up to
But
like
I-
1370 on ladder, and then lose to like 2 baton pass chains because I got like 6 turns slept, and then I just dropped like 100 elo points, and I'm like, this is the worst ladder of all time.
That is just the ADV ladder experience. You get so far only to find a stupid elite Ninjask team. Oh,
man.
I hate Ninjask in advance so
Lead
much. You have
Ninjask and
no
lead Smeargle
idea.
are so scary.
If you're into ninjas, because you know exactly what it is, and you got nothing to do about it.
Yeah.
And then you have to guess, oh, are they going to pass +4 speed to Metagross, or are they going to pass it to Marowak? Oh, and Marowak is conveniently immune to Thunder Wave, and yeah, it's... If you speed pass to Marowak, sometimes the game can just be over.
Oh yeah, literally. I used to run Whack Pass, not as like the whole team, but like it was like a small part of it. I had like Smeargle, Marowak on my first GSC OU team, and there were times where I just passed to it, and it's like, okay, I just want to win the game now. Like it's absurd how strong it is.
Also, ADV doesn't like hardly as has any priority. Like the priority basically
Yeah.
boils down to Mach Punch on Breloom, extreme speed on the occasional Linoon, and extreme speed on the occasional Arcanine.
And for
And maybe occasionally you will see Hitmontop as a Tyranitar counter, but I don't really think running Mach Punch is super worth it.
Welcome to the episode where I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, singles moment. Oh yeah, hazards and ADV. I think the hazard metagame in advanced is perfect and should stay the way it is. It is amazing.
I think we should ban Rapid Spin from the tier for no other reason than it would be very funny.
But I really do like
Single speech.
Skarmory. Like Skarmory, I've seen a lot of people say that they wanted Skarmory banned just because it's annoying. Like no,
Yeah, that's
Dude,
yeah, Skarmory is the definitive number 2 in the tier, and it doesn't even run attacking moves.
Aren't there like
I mean,
some
several
teams
jokes-
that are just four spikes immune Pokemon, Tyranitar and Blissey?
Yes, it's called
Yeah, Superman.
Superman. Like you need Blissey so your team doesn't get completely annihilated by Starmie, and there aren't too many spikes immune Pokemon that can take on Starmie well. There is Articuno, but it has to run rest. But yeah, you need Tyranitar so you can set Sand, which pairs well with Scarm Spikes.
You said sandwich.
That's actually the most common team style. It's called TSS, Toxic Spike Sandstorm.
Not to confuse toxic spikes with toxic and spikes.
I see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's
You run
so many-
Toxic and Spikes, not Toxic Spikes. Those didn't exist yet.
Every time you
Imagine.
mention that, there's so many people who's like, wait, toxic spikes.
Back in my day, there was no such thing as toxic spikes.
Actually, if Toxic Spikes existed in Advanced, that would be like nuts because there's hardly any good poison types.
There's Gengar
There
levitates, so
weren't
you
any.
Oh yeah,
It has
guys,
Levitate, so like it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's not
Oh
matter.
yeah.
you'd have to run like Muck.
Well, actually,
Wow.
Venusaur is like decent. It's
Yeah, probably be
It's one of the better UUBL Pokemon. It's all right. It's decent. It can do things.
It does
Yeah,
do
and then
things.
Weezing is levitate.
Yeah, Weezing is good too, but it's levitating too. Neutralizing
Is
gas does
Nidoking
not
any? Is
exist yet.
Nidoking decent at all?
Nidoking is like a decent mixed attacker. It's not amazing, but you can cook with it. And Nidoqueen has a niche because it's one of the only one of the only 5 Pokemon in the entire game that learns superpower, meaning that you can run it with a choice band set and take advantage of that.
That's
I
sick.
see.
The only Pokemon in Advance that get superpower are Deoxys, the 3 Regis, and Nidoqueen.
That's
No fighting type gets it.
nonsensical, but that's sick.
Yeah, it's super
sense.
funny. A superpower also gives Regirock another strong niche.
Base
I do
Regirock.
like Regirock.
I love superpower Regis to be Blissey.
Yeah, Regis sometimes runs superpower or focus punch to bait Blissey and Tyranitar. It's super gimmicky, but it can work. Shoutouts to Advanced, where all 3 Regis are like OU viable.
Is Reggie still good? I don't really see it that often. I see
For
the
years, I was a Registeel disbeliever, but in recent times, I have opened up to it. It's like it looks bad on paper because it's like a utility Pokemon without a super good utility move pool. It doesn't have like too many good attacking options, but it is actually pretty solid. I personally think it's a better curse user than Snorlax, and
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
yeah, the normal resistance is pretty good because you don't get immediately destroyed by explosion, and it has explosion, it has T-Wave, it has Bolt Beam coverage, it has Earthquake, it has Seismic Toss. It's a pretty good utility Pokemon. I don't think it's like a true OUmon. I still think it's just gonna stay UUBL. Regirock, on the other hand, I actually do think could just be OU. Like it had a pretty
I believe
big
that.
surge. It had a pretty big surge in usage last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, because Jimothy Cool made a video about it.
Well, it's not even just like like Jimothy Cool dictating the ladder like what usually happens. If you look at the ADV revival, there are a lot of good top players who are just spamming Regirock in the tournament.
The existence
It's
of
like-
Jimothy Cool implies the existence of Jimothy Lame.
It's like the
Jimothy Lame's
it's like
not
the Jirachi Invitational for DPPOU, where everyone just started spamming Magneton teams.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then
It's not
and lo and
Magnezone. Is
behold,
Magnezone slower? Is that why people don't run it?
Yes, it is.
well,
often.
Magnezone is still amazing in the tier. That
Yeah,
like
it's still-
Magneton and Magnezone are like equal. They're equally as good.
Yeah.
It's just that some teams prefer Magneton because it roll compresses a Trapper and a Revenge Killer because it outspeeds Starmie with a
Oh, that's
Scarf.
cool.
Yeah, Scarf Magnezone doesn't outspeed Starmie, while Scarf
Oh.
Magneton does, and also outspeeds
Yeah,
+1 Adamant Gyarados. It outspeeds +1 Adamant Dragonite. It outspeeds +1 Tyranitar. It's pretty good.
Holy cow.
Fun fact: Gyarados is running Jolly more recently, and you know it's funny when a Pokemon runs a suboptimal nature just to beat a not fully evolved Pokemon that isn't Chansey.
Let's go. Let's go,
That's-
Magneton. Speaking of DPP,
Eviolite didn't even
anyone-
exist yet.
Yeah. Anyone like Banded Rhyperior DPP? Any Banded Rhyperior fans?
Is
In the
that
chat?
is that an actual thing? Do people actually run
Yeah.
that?
Fun fact:
Yeah,
the
it
sample
is.
set runs Rock Wrecker.
Yeah, I run Rock
Yo!
Record too. It's awesome because you just click the giant button and everything melts. Like
Isn't
nothing
Rock
Rock
else
Wrecker
exists
Wrecker,
Wrecker
in
like just Rock type
Wrecker.
Giga Impact?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just a Rock type Giga Impact. It has a
That's
sick
funny as hell.
animation if you use it on 3DS
Mhm.
though. Wait, have any
just-
of you played
just
Pokemon
a move.
Conquest?
No,
I have not.
unfortunately.
Okay, so Rock Wrecker is Rhyperior's move in Pokemon Conquest, and it's terrible. It has horrible range. It's super inaccurate, and it's the only like cooldown move in the game. So if you do hit it, you can't use it again. And Rhyperior only has 2 movement, so it's so hard to even aim the move. It's terrible. Like the entire Rhyhorn
Amazing.
line just gets worse as it evolves. Like I think Rhyhorn is better than both Rhydon and Rhyperior in Conquest.
It's so funny.
I believe it.
Anyway,
Rock
that was
Wrecker.
that was my Pokemon spin-off rant. Play
This-
Conquest, please.
It just feels like the Silver and Electric episode. Me and Cbutty are just not saying anything, but oh, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, you're a VGC player and a Scarlet and Violet player.
Yeah.
Shout out to TCP for deciding that Incineroar is winning the next 4 regionals.
Oh yeah, didn't they
Oh,
like
boy.
didn't they use Incineroar as silhouettes or something?
Yes, Plumber,
Yeah.
flash that picture on screen. Thank you.
Just watch Plumber doesn't do it.
Yeah, because last
It's
episode I
gonna be
don't think
super
they added
awkward.
the outro that you wanted.
Someone wanted an outro?
I think it was you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The Frosmoth sweep. Like you told him to add like a sped up version of the Frosmoth sweep, and there was
Oh,
just
yeah.
a Quagsire in the corner saying no.
Eek. Eek.
Well, I got the GIF when I got the GIF of the car with 2 wheels when I asked it. So skill issue, tbh.
Speaking of peak, that dude in a hot dog costume.
Oh
Wow,
yeah,
man.
that's
That
the
was
real
amazing.
topic for
I
today.
didn't know how.
Yeah, that dude. Wait, N, have you not heard about that?
Yes, I did see it, and
Okay.
a very respectable player said.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
the funny
they
thing
won.
is, he ended up going 7-2, but at that point, he was undefeated, so that man was undefeated as a dude in a hot dog costume, and I feel bad for his opponent, because everyone was rooting for the hot dog, because he was a dude in a hot dog costume.
And you
Yeah,
know
let's
how
not
that
hot
That's
dog
like
guy.
that's a very cool way of increasing your morale.
you know how that costume means that VGC players cheat their way to victory every time.
I don't want to talk about what he who shall not be named commented under my post.
He who should not be named.
He had a cheating
Craziest-
device hidden within the hot dog costume.
Exactly. It was
Yeah.
the craziest stretch I've ever seen. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're all cheaters because this guy wore a hot dog costume, and I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
I'm just gonna say this, right? I have nothing against furries, but I find it pretty funny that it's a furry complaining about someone in a costume.
Wait, Z told me not to talk about this.
Oh,
Did he?
oh no.
Wait,
Yes, I asked if we
Did
can
they-
talk about this
say any name.
on Twitter, and Z said no, period.
Oh, I didn't see
Well-
that.
Well, Plumber, you're gonna have to cut that out.
No.
Unfortunate. Unless he says
Anyways,
like,
how's the... I don't...
Oh no, we're
how's
all
the
gonna get
metagame?
fired now. Please, Z,
Oh,
don't
no.
fire us.
Unless Z.
How am I gonna feed my children now?
so long, everyone.
Man,
No.
only. The VGC
I'm
metagame is
waiting.
just so... It's just been, like, stagnating for so long, which is unfortunate. With, like, Raging Bolt, people are just getting so frustrated. It's kind of unfortunate to see.
You
Wow,
could
that
say
reminds me
people
of
are
singles.
raging.
Huh?
That
You could
reminds
say
me
people
of
are raging.
singles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause the metagame is like incredibly oversaturated, and then the council says, okay, well let's suspect this Pokemon, and then everyone's like, no, you just gotta adapt to it, and then, like the meta is incredibly stale at this point because it's all HO or stall. There's barely any way to make any other structures work, and it's because there's so much dumb stuff running around in the team. No, but we just can't agree on banning anything.
Yeah,
It's-
it's...
I think we should unban Ho-Oh. We need a new defensive Pokemon in the metagame.
Yes, because
True.
O would definitely become a defensive Pokemon if you dropped it into OU, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be... I think that would go really well.
I
Yep.
mean, hey, Ho-Oh almost worked in GSC OU. I think we're getting there.
Okay, but that was like 7 generations ago. I think it would absolutely tear everything to shreds. So
The thing is, in the Ho-Oh Celebi meta, Ho-Oh wasn't even broken. It's just that if we had to ban either Ho-Oh or Snorlax, people wanted Ho-Oh gone.
seriously, that's surprising. I
Well,
like
it's
Ho-Oh.
like-
One of my favorite Pokemon.
It's the thing. The thing with Ho-Oh and Celebi is that it just made games go on. Like, it actually did turn the metagame into stall, and
okay.
and the things it really basically forced, because it forced every team to run Rhydon. Golem wasn't established yet. Rhydon was the standard. I
Right on these
believe.
Mm.
Why?
nuts.
Anyway,
Here's-
Rhydon was the standard back then, not Golem. So basically, every team needed to run Golem. Not Golem, Rhydon. But then, Ho-Oh conveniently gets Giga Drain.
Oh,
So it can,
speaking
if
of
it,
speaking of rapid spinners, there's one I forgot the name of. It's the evolution to Bergmite.
Avalugg.
Avalugg.
Have a look at these nuts.
You are so funny.
We need
I
a new
recently
podcast host ASAP.
dropped Avalugg in a draft league I was in and picked up an equally bad Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, because
Based.
it's like
Avalugg is so bad.
Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped Avalugg and brought in Shiinotic.
I don't even know what like Shiinotic does. Does it do anything? Because this is like
I
grass fairy
ran
type that-
okay. I picked it
Cycle.
up because I ran Kibia Berry on it, so it could be Urshaluna Did I just say Urshaluna? Oh my god!
You might have
Whoa! Whoa! Wait. Okay. Wait.
Harsh.
Pause for a second. So we have the top 12 usage from in day 2 from Vancouver, right? Waterpond has dropped to number 7.
number
What?
7. Man. And there's
Wait,
like
here,
two-
here, tweet out the graphic. I gotta look at that. That's actually kind of insane.
I'm
there's
gonna send it to Podsola.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense, I guess. That's kind of
Champol's
nuts.
at number 4. Fluttermane's at number 3.
Oh, hey, you know what beats those first 3 Pokemon?
Wait, Fluttermane's at
What?
number 3?
Clodsire. Haha.
I love
Anyone
how the
else beats
text has to be
Raging
super
Bolt?
squish for the Urshifus.
Yeah. They just keep going back and forth.
Why can't they just have different icons?
Yeah, like it would be
Are you ready for the obligatory I found my EUIC team joke?
Yeah, I think you definitely should. It's just, man, it's just
Hey.
bolt balance. And it's like,
Can't you just
Man.
run the top 6 Pokemon and you'll have a good team?
People do that.
yeah, I think you could. It would just be a solid team.
What upon what happened? Squid Games!
It's
Dang, that
definitely
would be a
Raging
super
Bolt.
broken team in OU.
Yeah, it obliterate everything.
Wait,
Yeah, you got-
hang on. It isn't. That's like in OU. That top line. That's like 4 banned Pokemon. Raging Bolt and
Yeah.
shit, man. Plumber, you're gonna have to bleep that.
How am I the only one not to say anything?
Okay. Look,
Yeah.
there's no other term. But we talked about this in episode 0. There's no other term for shit, man. Plumber, you're gonna have to bleep that out. Because I'm not saying not very good, man.
Just call it
Bad.
unviable mon.
It is simply
Shoot,
a
Mon.
Pokemon
There we go.
We don't
I
have
did it.
Pokemon Gun.
Bad Pokemon. How about that one?
It's a bad Pokemon. Yeah, that
The bad mon.
it doesn't have
The
the same.
bad Mon.
So
It's got very
Silence.
silent.
I'm surprised that Rapid Strike's at number 2 now.
It's got very silent. Yeah, but Water
Wait, no,
Ogerpon's
Rapid
drop is
Strike's
really
tied for number
interesting.
1.
Huh?
Oh
Wait,
shit.
what happened?
Oh oops.
Wasn't it completely outclassed by Single Strike just like a week ago?
Not
It's not
outclassed. It's just that Single Strike had a better matchup into the meta.
And what
'Cause-
happened now?
Everything
Because the
started
thing
running
is-
Terra Fairy.
Like, yeah, everything started running Terra Fairy, and then Raging Bolt got better, so Water Ogerpon got worse. And then now Rapid Strike can feel a lot more comfortable,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
clicking its
that's-
surging strikes because Water
That's a
Ogerpon is
picture
worse.
was also big.
There's this new balance team. It's called I call it the Nightmare Blunt Rotation. It's just Incineroar, Rapid Strike, Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Landorus, Chempow. Waterpon kind of
Is-
hates that.
Which is just the top row of the usage statistics, but without Flutter Main.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
It's
miss
absurd.
Thundurus.
I miss Thundurus.
I want Thundurus to be good.
Thundurus, like, this is the gen where Thundurus Incarnate also fell off, like, a mega hard in singles. Like, when Finch posted his personal VRs, he put it in unranked, which is so sad because for years,
Your
it's
ranking.
been,
I don't know.
like, for years, it's been either Uber, OU, or UUBL, and, like, it's usually always higher than Therian on the VRs, barring Sword and Shield. And then,
the funny thing is,
and
in
then this
this
gen,
gen-
it just fell off a cliff.
the funny thing is, in this gen, Thunder, like in VGC, Thundurus Therian has kind of been better than like Thundurus Incarnate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can do some stuff.
No, like how this thing was a former Uber in singles. Why? And then like what just astounds me is that Tornadus Incarnate fell to PU.
Yeah,
I
Like
mean-
where you're
What
telling
does
me that
Thundurus Incarnate do in
A
singles?
To be fair-
Pokemon with 111 speed, 125 special attack, prankster, nasty plot, and a decent move pool can fall to PU. I mean, it got banned from PU, but like still.
I mean, to be fair, stop and think about it for a while. What does it actually do?
I mean, yeah, it relies on inaccurate moves, but I mean,
You realize an accurate move, the stab isn't hitting much of anything. Like,
What
What
if
if
nobody wants to use it?
Tornadus was
Mono
freaky and
flying
used
is not a
freaking
good
stuff?
Tornadus
Like,
is
who
like
wants-
one of my
who wants
favorite
to
parts
run?
about Black and White OU because Tornadus Incarnate is like actually really good there.
Yeah, but that's
Huh.
because rain is everywhere.
Yeah, rain,
Yeah.
rain is permanently up unless it's gotten rid of.
And it's like the
And,
only
I
um,
don't understand Tornadus theory, and why would you want to go manual on your flying when you have a Nimbus cloud?
to look a
It's
little less
cooler.
like a button.
Looks way
It
cooler.
looks dumber.
No, it looks awesome. I love Torn-T.
It's cool.
It looks
I
awesome.
think it
what?
looks dumb.
All I'm
I
saying,
wish it was.
It's like
I
all I'm
wish it was
saying is,
still good.
if giving
If
up,
we want to talk about actually good, actually dumb looking genies, hi and Amorous Incarnate.
If giving up a cloud would give me regenerator, I would take it, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
Regenerate,
Assault
it gives
Vest.
you wings!
I love Assault Vest Torn T so much in Gen 6. It's such a good set.
I run it too. It's fantastic. It's
Like
just
Yeah,
AV
really
Torn
fun.
T and like patches up so many problems teams have. It's amazing.
I don't like
I
in
just get to like
VGC.
not care about every move. Great.
I don't like VGC. Tornado is like Therian is objectively inferior because it's got like less special attack and it's a little faster, but it doesn't got prankster. While in and like the bulk increase is like absolutely non a non factor. Yet in single, it just fits so much better.
When
Regenerator
I
is
show people that all 3 genies are technically banned in black and white Uber, or banned in black and white OU, they never believe me.
yeah, it's
I
like
would believe it.
Therian is banned. Tornado's Therian is banned. Lunder's Incarnate is banned, and uh,
Landers
Ton-
Incarnate is banned.
Why is Tornadus Therian bad? Is it just like really hard to kill?
Yeah,
Permanent Rain,
it's
it can
really hard to
out-heal
kill.
it can out-heal Stealth Rock damage with Regenerator. It with Permanent Rain, it can just destroy things with Specs Hurricane. It outspeeds Latios, which, I mean, to be fair, Incarnate already does, but you get the idea. It's super fast, hits super hard, and with Permanent Rain, it doesn't have to worry about missing Hurricane. And it can
Yeah.
beat Tyranitar with Focus Blast.
Yeah, all while still being hard to kill.
Yeah, and then like I said, it can out-heal Stealth Rock damage.
Makes
Which is-
sense.
Yeah,
So you're not actually chipping it down with rocks.
And in a metagame with Permanent Rain, any Pokemon that has Hurricane, like Stab, Strong Hurricane, just seems like it'd be so strong, especially when you have a defensive profile like that.
Like
If I
there
had
really
any
aren't that
percent
many There really aren't many Pokemon that actually learn Hurricane. If you look at it, it's like
Oh yeah.
Volcarona is like the only OU, like the only super OU viable Pokemon I can think of off the top of my head are Tornadus Incarnate, Volcarona, and Dragonite.
I see.
Let me see.
I
If I
recently
had-
found
But
out
then,
that
yeah.
Frosmoth gets Hurricane.
If I
Now
had a
you
Nicol,
do Volcarona, you actually it is a super good Pokemon on Rain with Hidden Power Water, Hurricane, and Bug Buzz.
if I had a nickel for every time Amon weak to Stealth Rock got Regenerator in black 2 white 2, so to something its Stealth Rock weakness, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's written up in twice. There's like OO and Torn, and like it's cool because OO, everyone was saying OO is gonna be so bad now that it's weak to Stealth Rock, and then like no.
It's still like really good in DPP Ubers, even though like people just run it as a choice ban lead and it works. Because like yeah, it's weak to Stealth Rock, but like it also hits really freaking hard and can just tear through even some of the most defensive of Pokemon with Choice Band Brave Bird and Choice Band Sacred Fire.
And we're back
it's
to the
super good.
PvP Uber's lead metagame.
Yeah, the fact that it can compete in the lead metagame is something, which is just Darkrai and Deoxys speed the game. Remember that DPP Ubers, the meta meme I made with the
I don't.
where I put Deoxys and Darkrai next to each other with Trick Scarf.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I used to know a lot about DPP Ubers when I was watching the Invitational that BKC was putting on, and then I stopped watching the videos, and then I forgot everything. So
It's a super cool metagame. Farsia Supers actually had a ladder recently. Farsia Supers is also fun.
Yeah, Ultra is like the metagame that you think about once and you say, oh, the metagame is good, let me play it again. Then you play for a while, and then once you stop playing it for like one day, you completely forget about it until there's the next
Not
one.
me. I don't forget about it. I breathe old gens.
played enough
that
to
is
like
true.
kind of get what's going on in most old gens without having to like play them constantly. But there was a time when I would just like I played DPP for 2 hours and then I stopped playing and didn't play for like a week, and then I'm like, oh, I don't remember anything anymore. Like I don't know what anything does. Forgot everything.
In ADV Uber's Deoxys Normal, it actually has a good niche in the tier. Because it doesn't get it doesn't get O-code by a lot of common pursuits, while Deoxys Attack does. Meaning that it actually has a second lease on life if Like someone sends out a Metagross or Skarmory.
That's actually really
Skarmory
cool.
using Pursuit is really weird to me. But, like, it makes sense because there's a lot of Milideoxys.
Imagine getting chased down by a Skarmory as you're trying to run away. Like, holy cow. Like, that sounds kind of horrifying.
You can
Yeah.
run a Fire Punch on Deoxys attack, but it really struggles to fit it, especially since Deoxys attack usually runs physical sets. Even the special sets that Deoxys attack runs, it doesn't run stab. Like, Psychic is an absolutely worthless stab in ADV Uber, in both ADV and DPP Ubers. Like, Mewtwo does not run a Psychic move in both tiers. Like, there's just no
be fair-
Psychic weak Pokemon.
Hang on,
Like,
wait,
the
I have a
only
question. Ann,
the
if
only Psychic weak Pokemon is Heracross, and then like there's like 10 Psychic resist. It's
Mewtwo
terrible.
probably still would have run a Psychic move if it didn't get Side Strike.
Ann, are you recording the profile pictures?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Why
Huh?
wouldn't it be?
Dang, we've only been recording for 40 minutes. It feels like an hour.
This
Yeah,
was
I know.
Exactly. This is the
We should
perfect time to
probably
talk about
get
Clodsire
to
and
why we have
EGC,
Electric
and why it's so good.
Yeah.
So, Electric, you have, like, a newfound fame on YouTube, right? What's it like having that newfound fame?
I mean, it really doesn't change that much. I'm just going, like, I'm in college, so I'm just going to classes and doing stuff, and then I make content. It's pretty cool. But I mean, it's really not that crazy. I just kind of live my life and then make content when I can.
Fair enough, because, like,
How did
I
this
think
like
the reason is because, like,
PowerPoint thing come to your mind? It's like, oh, that's the thing I'm gonna do now.
Yeah,
'cause
okay.
it's like,
Alright, that's a really good story. I guess story. So I had the idea like a month before I actually did it. I was like, I want to do like something about Iron Hands because it sounds like fun, and Iron Hands is really, really broken. And I know that I can like have some like fun jokes about it and like be really sarcastic about it. But I was
Iron
thinking
Hands
about
is
it, and I'm like,
broken,
this
that
doesn't
is
sound
like
like a
milk.
very fun idea. Like, I think it's just gonna go really poorly, so I'm not gonna make it. And then like a month later, I had a free like afternoon, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just throw it together and post it on YouTube. And I did, and I didn't post it on Twitter. And then Zabandid DM'd me, and he was like, post it on Twitter, and I did, and then it like immediately popped off. So I can credit Zabandid for like getting it like started, and then like a couple days later, it popped off on YouTube. So it
I
ended
remember
up.
that you were like, you went from like 200 followers to more than 1,000 in like a week or something.
Yeah, I was at like 400, I think, and then I jumped really fast.
This reminds me of that presentation I did for my public speaking class in college, where I talked about the 80, like how to get into this, like into Smogon tournaments and the ADV-OU meta, and I even had like a slide dedicated to the different team archetypes, and I explained
so
them to a
nice.
bunch of college students who have no interest in competitive Pokemon.
And when they like listening we're like listening with attention, or
They actually did tell me that I had the best speech out of everyone in the class.
I believe it.
that's so based.
It's an interesting topic.
Yeah, I would totally do that if I made like YouTube content. I
That's
would I would preach to the world about Regirock's usage in ADV-OU. I mean, I know Jimothy Cool already does that, but like Regirock's awesome. Regirock is love. Regirock is life.
Regirock is my favorite Reggie.
My favorite Reggie is the Ice-type one, and now you get to guess which one of them.
It's
Your
Reggie
favorite
Gigas.
Ice-type Reggie, Aleki, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
lucky.
No, silly, it's Terra Ice Registeel.
Oh,
So real.
darn.
Registeel is actually my favorite legendary of all time. It's like my
I'm so sorry.
it's like in
Plumber,
my
you're gonna have to
top
deal with
three.
my dog barking in the background.
Like
You'll be okay.
Registeel is in my top 3 favorite Pokemon. No, Fione is sadly not in the top 3. It's in the top 5.
Damn,
man.
I can't
I
believe
know I'm a fraud.
that.
You're a fraud. I can't. What
I'm
on earth?
following and reporting to the local authorities.
Same.
Oh
I
no.
gotta.
And Finch, spare me, please.
You gotta get banned from OU.
Don't cross Finch. You'll ban your favorite.
Exactly.
My
Honestly,
favorite
if
just
Cloudslayer
got
got
banned from
banned, I'd be
ZU.
okay with it because then Cloudslayer would be categorically too good for
If Clodsire got
OU.
banned, it means I wouldn't have to just think to myself, "Oh, is this water absorb or is it unaware?"
But that's the
If
fun
Cloudslayer
part about
gets banned,
Cloudslayer
OU
is that you
falls
get
apart.
What happened
to watch it demolish your entire team. It's great. I love Cloudslayer.
I'm still
Really like whoever made Amnesia Clodsire. I hate you. I hate you.
I am still incredibly tilted about one game in particular I played on the ladder. It's like,
Shout out to
I
that
had to
1
win.
week of fame that Clodsire had in VGC.
I literally had the win with like if I remember correctly it was Water Ogre Pond, and like they had opposing Water Pond on their team, and then I was staring down Clouds and I was like, no way they have 2 Water Absorb mons, right? I clicked Ivy Cut.
It's like
And,
that one team that that one guy used when he like used a bot to scout his opponent's team for like SPL or something, and he knew he
Is
was
this
fighting
double kick
rain, so
Snaggle
he
story?
used a team of like 3 water absorbers and a Chansey.
What?
Like he knew he was fighting a rain team because he was cheating, so he just
Yeah.
ran the most obvious team, like the most obvious I'm cheating team in the world.
even worse
The
than
100% rain
double
counter.
kick
Fantastic.
Terrakion.
Even like at least double kick Terrakion.
Oh, that reminds
like
me.
someone could actually like maybe
Yeah.
run that.
Yeah, I
But
could see it.
I run dual wing beat on Mega Mints in National Dex Ubers.
It's like at least dual wing beat isn't god awful, I guess everything except this
Yeah.
one matchup.
Like it
Yeah.
can like it beats Marshadow. Like it beats
I don't
Sash
know why.
Marshadow. And it beats
but-
and
It's not a bad move per se to click against anything else, but double kick.
and Mega Mints has like a free move slot anyway.
Yeah, I mean
That-
you can run Roost, you can run Dragon Stab. I usually run Roost just so like with frustration plus EQ I wall opposing Ditto.
That rain thing reminds me. I recently made some changes to my EUIC team, and I got rid of Waterpon. And as soon as I get rid of Waterpon, the ladder throws 50 billion rain teams at me.
Well, that's why you should run Clodsire.
That's
Because it beats rain teams and Raging Bolt. And Flutterman.
You should run
and
Golduck because it has Cloud 9.
True.
Love gold.
I love Golduck in ADVOU because there are people who vouch for its viability because it's a pure water type that doesn't take sand damage.
It
Hey,
still sounds so
it
bad.
heals with leftovers. Clearly, it's so you worthy.
Definitely. I think there's other Pokemon that can also, I don't know, avoid Sandstorm Chip and get leftovers healing into our water type. There's no other one.
Yeah, there's totally not a Pokemon that exists named Swampert that
Yeah,
like single-handedly
crazy.
counters half the freaking metagame.
There's
Shout
absolutely
out
not
to whoever was running Eviolite Psyduck back in VGC 2016 because it counted Primal Groudon.
We talked about
He-
this last two, didn't we?
Yeah, we also talked about Golduck in singles and how it got blacklisted from the
Blacklisted.
VRs because people wouldn't shut up about how it beats Primal Groudon.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but
That's
this
the
isn't
best thing I've
Golduck.
ever
This is
heard.
Eviolite
Like,
Psyduck.
yeah,
They're two
both
different things.
Mandibuzz and Golduck got blacklisted from the Auras Ubers VRs. People
thing
vouch for Mandibuzz because it has defog while Evolta doesn't.
Thing is,
That's amazing.
Rayquaza gets Surf, so like there's literally no reason why you would rather run Golduck. Like there is another mon in the tier that can use water moves on Pidon.
Yeah, Altaria.
Yeah.
True.
So true.
Altaria for Ubers. Water Absorb is like one of the Water Absorb is one of the abilities of all time. Why do so
I
many
love
mons get it?
I love it so much.
Yeah, wait. What ability is like the most common ability?
It's like
Intimidate,
Intimidate or something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's Intimidate.
Intimidate, like in a context of a metagame. Well,
Oh
because
wait,
like Intimidate is the most common ability, it's the most distributed ability, but you don't see like 50 months with Intimidate.
so
That
Yeah.
apparently it's not Intimidate.
What else is it? Because I know it's like I know it's
Intimidate-
like first or
Pressure?
second.
Intimidate is second.
Oh.
The first is Sturdy,
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yep, I've heard that before.
and
Oh,
then it's
yeah.
Keen Eye.
Yeah, they threw Sturdy on a bunch of Pokemon in Gen 3, even though it hardly does anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
in Gen 3,
buffed it.
it wasn't even a focus sash.
See,
just, oh,
Aggron
great,
doesn't
yeah.
look like a Pokemon that would get sturdy. Aggron looks like the way I worded that. I'm thinking of Aggron getting sturdy now.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah.
You
But
know,
Aggron doesn't look like the
shout
Pokemon
outs
that
to
would-
Carbink for getting Sturdy while Diancie doesn't, technically giving it niches over Diancie just because it has Sturdy.
It's
I
a better
now
choice.
I made that realization. Whenever anyone says this Pokemon gets sturdy, I can't imagine anything other than that Pokemon just dancing.
What? No, I don't get that, honestly.
Oh, and guess who else gets Sturdy? Alolan Golem.
I love Alolan Golem because it clicks
Like,
Galvanize
literally-
Explosion next to Wide Guard Stonejourner with Power Spot, and Stonejourner lives, and then everything else melts, and it's fantastic, and it's funny.
I've used Alolan Golem in 2 draft leagues in a row, and it is such an underrated Pokemon in draft.
It's good.
You've never brought
Alolan
Galvanize.
Golem's funny.
I still cannot forgive you for that.
I was going to bring Galvanized Explosion versus someone, and then that someone dropped out of the draft league, and I got a free win.
Woo!
No, but I
And
remember.
then in like every other game, I used it as like a lead with Sturdy, or I used it for Magnet Pull.
Okay, listen to in the first league, he drafted Alolan Golem. He literally made an agreement with someone to bring Choice Band Explosion on 2 months on each team, and then he literally refused. He's like, "No, I want to win." Such a coward, honestly.
Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
that's a coward
Hey,
move.
at least I won. I almost choked versus Kiram, but hey, at least I won.
Yeah, you deserve to choke. You deserve to lose that one. You backed off.
Can't
I love
believe it.
how
Why
like
would you-
both team like this like the team I used in that draft league and the team I'm using in the current draft league I'm in are like they're both so similar. Like both have Landorus T, both have Megalodios, both have Toxapex, and both have
Should
Blizzard.
draft Clodsire.
Shout out to the one Pokemon that's ever ran Explosion in VGC being Landorus Farian.
Did it
Oh,
actually run
yeah, yeah.
Explosion at one point?
Yeah. Some people, I'm pretty sure some people, they used to run Explosion Landorus next to Telepathy Dialga.
Hey, is it VGC the reason why they nerfed Explosion?
No, I'm pretty sure that was singles.
Yeah, like in
wasn't
VGC,
really good in
I'm
VGC.
pretty sure it's never been good.
Yeah, it's not good because of how
besides-
common Protect is. You can just protect and totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I remember in ADV, if Amon died, the other one got in on the same turn and could get hit by another move without moving. So you could like click explosion, click double explosion, and pick up 4 KOs.
That's actually like you can explode into Skarmory, and like even though it'll barely do any damage, Skarm won't get any spike off, and then you can just send in Magneton.
Yeah, I love that mechanic of like the turn ends when the kill is taken, especially in singles. I think it's really interesting and leads to some cool like positioning ideas. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Gen 3 is like the perfect generation, and I think we should all worship it like it's our god.
I've never
'Cause-
played
I don't know
it.
about that.
I played Emerald.
ADVOU is love, ADVOU is life.
Is it though?
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I don't know about that
Convince
one.
me. Give me a reason why I should go play ADVOU right now.
Because it doesn't have
Dragon.
Dragon Pult.
Wait, the Smogon tour is starting right now. Hold on. There's
Oh
like
yeah, that
ADV?
reminds me.
There's like-
ADVPL has
like-
signups open, and I'm thinking about signing up for it.
No, there's like this
Why
live
wouldn't you
tournament.
do it?
The hold on, I can't find it. I want to join it right now. It's like a live tournament that's going on right now, so I'll be playing in this live tournament for the remainder of the recording.
Where would it even?
What is it? Is it a Roator?
No, it's Scarlet and Violet OU, and for the following 2 weeks it will be Gen 8 and Gen 7, but this week is Gen 8 it's Gen 9. And right
Cool.
now
Oh, is it just into tournaments lobby? No, it's that's Gen
yes.
5 ramp.
No, it's
You Ranbats.
it's a lobby on the Small and Tours server, but like
Oh, okay, gotcha.
you need to sign up on the forums.
Are we gonna have to
Gotcha,
cut all
gotcha.
of this out?
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm less familiar with the rules than you guys are, so I'm just kind of rocking with whatever.
I mean, we literally said the word server. This entire episode is a mistake.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this entire episode is a mess. We should talk about Clodsire more. I think it's perfect, and it beats Reading Bold, so...
Who's your favorite
Does it though?
Teletubby? I like Lala.
Well, let me look them up. I gotta... All...
Okay, whoever says
Teletubby.
Dipsy, you're lying. You're trying to be different. Everybody knows that Poe is the best Teletubby.
Nah,
Oh?
Lala's the best.
Here, wait, let me see. Because I don't know. Where are...
You're not caught up on the Teletubbies lore?
No, I watched it when I was like very little, and I don't remember anything. I like Dipsy. No, I like Dipsy. What?
No, I literally don't remember any name even. Like I'm pretty sure I watched it a lot when I was like 2 or 3, but I don't remember
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, now in the next round in your tournament, I'm naming my Pokemon after Teletubbies.
That's actually a really good like. It's like because you have all four, and then you have what is it? Nunu the vacuum cleaner, and then you have like the sun. So you can have
the
six.
creepy baby son.
Yeah. You definitely could have 6.
I normally
You
name my
could.
Pokemon after music, and then like whenever I send out my Rillaboom, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a Green Day fan?"
I named mine after
my
garbage
naming
that I
convention.
think is funny.
Yeah, I always name my Rillaboom and Tapu Bulu Green Day.
I don't nickname
I've
my
recently
Pokemon.
changed the nickname theme for my EUIC team, but before what it was right now, I just added ER to the end of it to the end of Pokemon's name, so my Ursaluna was called Ursalunar.
That's pretty good.
It sounds like that sounds like it could be a swear word.
Lunar.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of swears. There's a lot of like Hold on.
We need like a dictionary for slurs so I can say all of them.
What? No.
What?
Do that.
Maybe don't do that. Just
This
maybe.
this
That might be a
entire
bad
episode
idea.
is a mistake. Oh my
Oh,
god.
absolutely.
Yeah, this episode
It
should
started
not
out talking about old gens, then we pivot to random stuff, and now we're talking about Teletubbies and slurs. I don't know where this one went, but I'm along for
I
the
don't know where
ride.
this one went either.
Nobody said we had to keep talking about Pokemon. We could talk about Persona 3 Reload right now.
Boo.
I
Hey,
haven't
now,
played
someone
Reload
has
yet.
actually been trying to get me to play Persona 3 Portable.
Don't
That looks very tempting.
do not like.
I'd
it-
rather run a marathon than play any
it's-
Persona game.
No, Persona 3 Portable is literally the worst version of Persona 3 you can play, besides like the OG. Because
Funny thing is, I literally
was
started
made-
playing. I started replaying Persona 5 Royal today.
Cool. Are you?
The closest I've ever gotten to playing Persona is Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I would recommend playing that.
Play Super Paper
I forgot
Mario
that
for
game
the
existed.
Wii. That's a really
It's an SMT game, but it's about idols and Fire Emblem.
Fire
I'm
Emblem.
interested.
What?
Yo, free
It's
more
like,
Gears of
it's an
Fire Emblem Discord?
SMT Fire Emblem crossover game. Like it's a real thing.
But there's Fire Emblem. Ooh.
Huge.
I like Fire Emblem. What do you mean?
Fire
I
Emblem
played
is
Three
mid.
Houses.
I don't know what to tell you. Fire Emblem is so
You're
mid.
mid.
I liked
They're
Three
like,
Houses.
I am mid, I know.
Damn.
I'm like iffy on Three Houses. I think it's a fine game, but like I don't know. I like the older games more.
3 more
FE12 is
years
my
of Three
favorite.
Houses discourse. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Oh, Edelgard did nothing wrong.
Oh god, no, let's not actually start it.
Oh
No.
god.
No, I don't even know what's going on, but I know that this is gonna go down like the worst rabbit hole ever. So let's pivot.
Question of the day, YouTube commenters. What is your opinion on Edelgard?
What's your favorite Mega
Plumber's
Pokemon?
gonna have a
How
fun
about
time
that?
editing this.
Hard pivot
I like
to that
I'm
one.
not direction.
Oh yeah, I like that
I
question.
like Mega Crucible.
What? I like Mega Pinsir.
Look
I
on
like
the
Mega.
Smogon text.
I like
and
Mega
search
Beedrill.
Crucible.
I like Mega Beedrill and Mega Pinsir because I like bug types and they're both really cool.
Same.
I like the
I
way you
love
say
them so
bug.
much.
Book type.
I like boog types.
Mega Pinsir is awesome though, because like Aerolate, Source Dance boosted Quick Attack is like the coolest thing to ever exist. And then Return gets buffed up to crazy powerful. It's so cool. I love running Mega Pinsir in Gen 6. It's so fun.
See, back in my day, we didn't have things like that.
Sometimes I forget that Mega Abomasnow even exists.
It's so bad. Like, it's not that good. Like, it's Trick Room. Like, it can run Trick Room. It can like do some stuff. It can click like really powerful wood hammers into Trick Room, I guess. But I mean,
But
it's
look in
not
the
like that
Podsola
good.
chat. This is my favorite Mega.
It's gonna be the worst thing I've ever
God.
seen. I just know it.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty stupid. Oh, that looks absurdly broken too, by the way. 106, 75, 125 bulk with Magic Guard, and 135 attack. Yeah, that seems like it's going to be completely fair and balanced. It's not like another Magic
And
Guard
it's-
Pokemon Clefable
Plumber,
has
for
like
whatever we're
all
talking about on
really
screen,
bad
it's in the
stats
Podsola
and it's
channel.
still good.
I guess
And its base form. Its base form has a regenerator.
Oh, that's fun.
Why did they do that?
because it's
But
cap.
hey,
Cap is
it's
something else.
It's quad weak to EQ. Surely that's gonna balance it out.
Shout out to
Oh,
like
yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
Three
let
people
me.
whose favorite
Have
Mega
you
is
ever
Ogma.
heard of the Have you ever heard of the persistent ability?
Yeah,
no.
Increases
It
the
increases
duration
range
of
of
gravity,
Tailwind.
heal block, magic room, safeguard, tailwind, and trick room, and wonder room is extended by 2 turns.
That's so broken.
it
Yeah,
I think I
welcome
would
to
literally stop playing Pokemon if that was released. Like that is unfathomably broken, and I do not want to play against that.
Yeah, it's the signature ability of Fidget, the poison ground type.
fidget.
You cannot play anywhere because that is a fake Pokemon. But you
Yeah,
can-
this
you
is
can play
this
it
is a
in,
made up
Cap.
tier, guys. You can't play it anywhere.
Yeah, if you could play
You
it, then
play it
cool,
on
but we
pencil
can't.
and paper. You do the calcs by hand.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine how horrible that would be.
Just
Oh, man.
learn the formula.
This is how we played Pokemon in the Stone Age.
That sounds so funny.
It's because you're
Like-
always on that damn
It's
stone
stop
tablet.
playing Pokemon
double
will be
switching
like
on
in
cave
2016.
tablets.
Like
was getting really
back in the
sad.
Stone Age, we did our calcs by hand.
Exactly.
Because
Me etching
just
the
the
depictions of
dance one, like,
Arceus on the
rock
cave
blast.
walls.
Imagine a Smogon D&D campaign.
I'm pretty sure they do that, actually.
Wait,
I believe
really?
they
What?
But they
I know that Smogon has does like a survivor thing.
No, I'm pretty sure Smogon has a D&D server. Like I saw that. I saw it in the news thing on a very respectable site.
Well, if I had to guess, it's just like a normal D&D thing and not like Pokemon themed.
It would be cool if it was though.
Yeah.
Like imagine like having to do calcs and stuff. That would actually be like super cool. Oh my! I should invent that.
Throw a
That would be
D20.
fun.
Throw a D20 to see what roll you got. Just throw a D16.
Like this could be my calling. I could be the inventor of Smogon themed D&D.
Hell yeah.
kind of cool.
The final boss is Lavos.
That sounds like the
You roll
funniest
a
thing
nat
ever.
one. You roll a 1, you miss Magma Stone.
Final
Shoutouts to Widelands Heatran. You can run Widelands is actually good on Gengar and DPP because it relies on so many inaccurate moves. And like it kind of doesn't really care about his item slot too much.
Is this another DPP lead thing?
No, you're usually. I mean, yeah, I guess you can run Gengar as a lead, but like.
Oh my god. Every episode we don't have Rash talk about the DPP
likes
Uber's
running
lead back again.
Will-O-Wisp. It likes running Focus Blast. It likes running hypnosis. All are inaccurate.
Every road
boy.
leads to DPP Uber. It leads to DPP lead metagame.
Yippee!
The DPPOU lead metagame is also funky because you have
Machamp.
Azelf.
Asaf is like Deoxyspeed 2.0 basically for OU.
I just run
And then-
Aerodactyl.
Deox is not as fast.
Yeah, Aerodactyl saw a pretty big rise in usage last year because it beats lead Azelf.
Yeah, I just run that. Because there's so many lead Azelfs or like other things. I feel like I have to really consistently like get up rocks. But before that I ran band Azelf and just started clicking explosion on everything.
Yeah, I need to go soon, so we should probably think of wrapping this up.
Yeah.
We've been recording for like an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the worst episode so far. Oh,
Oh,
my.
Pretty much.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we don't go in
What
with
do we
topics.
title this?
I don't. This
What's
we
your
had-
favorite Teletubby?
No,
Yes.
this episode was
I
a
guess.
mistake.
I don't even know what we would title it.
We just leave it at that. This
I-
episode was a
I
mistake.
reckon What's Your Favorite Teletubby's a good title.
What's your favorite?
Who's
Teletubby?
going to
Yeah,
watch
that
this
episode
all the
was
way
a mistake,
through?
is a good
This is
title.
horrible.
Poor Plumber is
Made it all
gonna
the way
have
through.
to
Be
watch
sure
it.
to like, subscribe, drop a comment if you really enjoyed so we can boost in the algorithm.
What's your favorite Teletubby?
Yeah,
Yeah.
In
tell
the
us that in the
comments.
comments.
Comment
What's your
We'll
favorite
see you
Teletubby?
in the next episode, who's hopefully gonna be a little more planned out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially since I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, good riddance.
Wow!
No. Banned.
Yeah, we don't need that VGC up in here.
You're
Yeah,
going to have
Jingle
a VGC
seat
player
time.
the next
we're
episode
replacing
anyway.
him with another VGC player.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I
be,
played
for
both.
anyone watching, I'm not going to be
So,
here next
I
episode
work.
because I will be in London for EUIC.
I'm waiting
Oh,
for
sick.
everyone to just
luck.
be sick at the same time so I can have my own solo episode.
Well, that's when you just start doing
The whole of Corsola Cove is sick the same day. Who's conveniently a
See,
podcast recording day.
if the entirety of Coastal Cove gets sick on the same day, so yeah, some people are going to be suspicious for like that's planned or something.
Yeah, and then I can invite
that thing-
Jimothy Cool and
that
we
thing
can
is-
have the ADV special.
Conveniently
good
on a
podcast.
Podsola recording day. Yeah, honestly,
When are we
Jimothy
gonna
Cool
get Finch
podcast.
as a guest? Actually,
That
I
sounds
mean,
like
that
the
would be
funniest
cool.
thing, but that would also work so well.
yeah, no.
I have some
it-
people I could invite as guests.
Like,
But anyway, we need to wrap this
pictures,
up.
that are
Thanks
realistic,
for
I
5
think.
watch, guys.
remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell for new Corsola Cove videos.
Yippee! Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.